Good morning, good people. Today is Wednesday, December 4th, 2024. It is the birthday of Carolyn Cunningham and Laurel Feldman. Don't quite know how old they are, but it's their birthday. So happy birthday to them, marking this day in history, the most important day in their lives. So good, happy birthday. But here we are, it's about 6 o'clock. We are here in southwestern Nevada, west of Sin City, east of Death Valley. That's a weird sound. Pahrump, Kentucky. It's about 6 a.m. My name is Edward Bevilacqua. This is Department of Career Services, and this is Wednesday, our volunteers breakfast day, which means this is going to be really, really short. Try to get done by 6:10. By 6:10. Our meme of today, the theme of today is it's not lack of resources that holds you back, that prevents you from moving forward. Okay, so our podcast is designed, aimed for people who are not successful and people who are not saved. Good morning, Wadabevi. How are you today? Question mark. How are things in Fort Jacks? Some important news. We had a great day in Esmeralda County yesterday. Goldfield, remember that word? Remember that name, Goldfield. We had a great day in Goldfield yesterday. The Board of County Commissioners approved giving 22 lots for boxable houses. So the first time in the state of Nevada. Now we just got to make it happen. Can't rest on our laurels, say we did it. No, we did step one. 999 more steps to go, but we can do it. So that's okay. What else? What else we got going for us here? Okay, theme again, it's not lack of resources. And once again, Wadabevi, how are things? Blessed, how's the weather? All right, advice from an 80-year-old. Own a great stereo system. Why? Why? So we can once again there we go, just so you see what I'm doing. Coffee through my coffee thing. My coffee-ish sort of thing of a bob. Water. I know time is racing. Water. A little bit of water. Coconut oil. Why is it not coming out? Oh. Lid. There we go. Okay. TED Talk for today. Excuse my indulgence of getting my coffee done. TED Talk today. Today's TED Talk is Johann Hari. Wadabevi, what is Johann Hari talking about? What's the Johann Hari TED Talk, and why should we care? While you're putting the answer there, I will go to Seth Godin. Seth Godin, elites versus elitism. It's quite a long one. Tom Brady is an elite athlete. Few have even approached the stats he's had playing football. And Catherine Walker, NSTA Science Teacher of the Year, is an elite because her pedagogy and understanding give her the ability to create better outcomes for her students. There's a hospital for special surgery, but all surgery is special if it's surgery on someone you care about. So we seek out an elite doctor because outcomes matter. Our culture prizes performance. We spend a lot of time ranking and measuring output. Fans of a team are rooting for their side to win because identity is easily hooked into performance, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Skipping to the bottom because time is racing. The scientific method isn't the least elitist, nor is a stopwatch used to record the 100-meter dash. Seeking coherent arguments, logical approaches, and a contribution that leads to better outcomes isn't elitist. In fact, it's precisely the opposite. Seeking coherent arguments. Okay, we can celebrate elite performance without being elitist. In fact, it's the best way to do so. Okay, I apologize, Seth Godin, not giving justice to that. I didn't get it, skipped all the main important parts. Okay, Rat Park, yes. Addiction, yes. Everything we know about addiction is wrong, according to Johann Hari. Addiction is not about, the opposite of addiction is not sobriety, it is connection. So the thing to think about, what do you enjoy doing where other people are not involved? What do you enjoy doing? Could say walking, reading, work, whatever. When that enjoyment gets to be extreme and you can't not do it, you don't want to do it. I don't want to write, but I'm compelled. It's the Holy Spirit forcing me to do it. It could be an addiction. And so what are you doing when you're doing that thing, when you're writing, reading, studying, drinking, smoking? What are you doing? You are not having social connections. The opposite of addiction is not sobriety, it is connection with other people. So look at your social relationships. Always check our social relationships and see, well, what are we doing instead of having social relationships? And that could show you an addiction. Not all addictions are bad. Some of the greatest accomplishments in the world were done by people who were like workaholics or fanatical in their trade. They gave up everything in pursuit of what they were doing. So, yeah. Okay, cool. How are we for time? It's time, such a runic rhyme. Okay, anything else from Wadabevi? Great insight. Insight. Okay. Our theme of today, our meme of today, it's not lack of resources. So if you say, why am I not where I want to be in life? Why am I not where I want to be? And people will say, well, I didn't have this. I didn't have good parents. I couldn't go to college. I didn't have a good job. I didn't live in a good place. There's a long list of things, obstacles to where we wanted to be. And well, okay, there's a boulder in my way. And you could say, well, I didn't have the resources to move the boulder. Think of the obstacles as boulders. You have a path, a narrow path to get there. And think of the obstacles. There's pebbles, there's rocks, there's snakes, there's poisonous plants, there's big boulders in the way. And it's easy to say, I didn't have the resources. There was this big boulder in my way. I couldn't climb over it, couldn't go under it, or I didn't have the tools. I didn't have the resources. I didn't have a pry bar. I didn't have a hammer, jackhammer. I didn't have those things to move the boulder. And so the lesson for today is it's not lack of resources that hold us back. It's lack of what? Whatabebby, lack of what? What is it that holds us back? It's not lack of resources, it's lack of resourcefulness. Lack of resourcefulness. We weren't resourceful enough to get the boulder out of our way. That is the defining characteristic of people like Steve Jobs and us. As Nolan Bushnell said, everybody has a great idea when they're in the shower. It's what you do with that idea when you get out of the shower. And most people don't do it because they think they have a lack of resources. Man, if somebody would just give me the money to do that, I could make it happen. It's lack of resourcefulness. Resourcefulness. See how I do that? Resourcefulness. Try doing that 5 times. Lack of resourcefulness. So you have to be more resourceful. And one of the greatest resources is other people. Other people. Other people have ideas. They have their own tools. They have a perspective. Well, you're right. We can't go under it, around it. We can't go through it. How are we going to go over it? What do we have around? What can we do to build a ladder so we can climb over the thing? What do we got? There's resources everywhere. We have to be resourceful. We have to figure out how to do it. So, okay, we're at 12 minutes in. And let me check our thing, see if there's anything else on Z Hit Parade. Okay, Jordan Peterson, public speaking, good short today. Daily Stoic, that was a good short today. Don't do this. Johan Hari, of course, is great. Nope, I think that's it. I think we will call it a day because at about 7 o'clock, I have to be heading out to the Methodist Church for our volunteers breakfast focused on December 18th, 2024, the next big event. So with that, I will say, stars. Okay, and I will say, and cut. Boom. Got under the limit. Bonk.